Hey everyone, welcome to the first video of this channel. Today I'm going to talk about what is Git and GitHub, a little intro for beginners, so I don't have any script or anything, so I'm just going to talk randomly, adding a few things, and let's see how this goes. First, we start with Git. What is Git? Git is a virtual control system. It is used to track changes instead of doing it manually. So let's see my screen. Instead of doing something like this, let's say we have a project, right? Where we're doing changes, and let's say this is your first version. This is working, right? We have your file here, and we now want to make some changes, but we messed it up in this version. We changed the file extension and now our program doesn't work anymore. Instead of having to have a copy of this or store these changes manually, Git is going to do it for us. So we don't have to have like 20 folders with version 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. We can have only one like this. We create our file, and now Git is going to track everything. But we haven't initialized Git yet, so we are going to do that. How we do it? We open a terminal. Oh, I forgot to tell, this is a IDE. I'm using Visual Studio Code just in case. If you want to follow along, you can open a new terminal. And now let's see, we are in this folder. There is these two folders. We want to work inside this. This is going to be our working directory. Let's take this for example. We have the git init command. This is going to make our working directory a Git directory. After doing this, Git is going to track everything in that directory. So we are going to move into this directory with cd like this and type git init. Now Git is initialized on this repository, and we can start working on it. Let's say if we are using Visual Studio Code, we can have a visual representation on what's going on. Let's say here, these are the changes tracked by Git. Here we can undo the changes, open the file, stage changes. Let's explain what the stage and everything else do here. Here on working directory we are on the local. See, above it says local. Here we are working locally, where we can use these commands. Let's make a bit of zoom. We can use this command, to move around different areas, but still working locally. Here we are preparing our files to push them, upload them to a remote area. Here in the remote area is where GitHub comes. Here we're using Git. So let's, for example, write here some code. Let's write a simple hello world. And now we have something here. Well, a file called something and our Python file. Now, if we want to continue with this, we can use this command git add. I'm going to, I'm going to open a terminal and use git add. The dot means everything. I'm going to take from here. We can use this from Atlassian and check. Let's see, Git have a lot of command, right? Here we can see there is the git add one. Stage all changes in directory for the next commit. Replace directory with a file to a specific file. For myself, I'm doing the dot since I'm adding everything here. So now we are in the station area. If we come here, we see instead of changes, we are in station changes. This is more of a visual representation. You can use here git status and see these files are staged because they are green. If we undot this and do git status again, they are red because they are not staged. Now we are going to add it again. This is like git add with a plus sign. I'm going to approve it like this. Now if we want to commit like this, we have to do the following code. Let's see here. Commit git commit /m and in quotes our message. This is going to commit the stashed snapshot. So we are going to do git commit /m our first commit like this. Now as you can see, nothing is here. Why? Because it's already passed the station area, the git area. Now what remains here, our commit is prepared to be pushed into a remote repository, but we don't have one, so we are going to create one. We are going to come here to git, assuming you already have an account. If not, it's quite easy task. You can create it in 5 minutes or less. When you have your account, you come to this plus sign, you press here in new repository, then you can put a name, our first repo. We are not going to use a template, description is optional. I'm going to make it private. We don't need this, so you can skip it for now. We do create repository. So here are the instructions to initialize this repository in GitHub. Oh, I forgot to explain what is GitHub. A short summary will be GitHub is a cloud-based system to store our Git repository, since here we have your working directory, which is local station area, and here at this stage we have a Git repository, but it's local. Now we want to store it in the cloud so others can access and download it. So in that way, that's when GitHub comes. Here, as you can see, there is the initialization of the repository. We don't need it. We have already added a file. We have already committed everything. Here it's saying we can use the main branch. We are going to use master. Branches are this. I'm not going to talk about that yet. What we need from here is this we need to copy, paste it here. Now we can copy and paste this one like this. I messed up something. Oh yeah, I type main instead of master. Origin is the remote, which is the repository this. Main will be the local branch, this, and mine is called master. So now, if I refresh this, I see my main.py and my something.txt. Here, when you are going to push your first repo, it's going to ask you these two things, which are to configure your Git. It's going to ask you your name and your email. This is a process you do only one time when you use Git for the first time, so in case you need it, I'm going to leave this PDF in the description, as long as this simple guide, which is from rogerdudler. I find it really useful and explains in a really simple way how Git works. Here, for example, when we had our working dir, we add, then we are in the stage, and after commit we are in the repository. Not remotely, but yes, in the repository locally. Here is everything explained with more detail, so I'm going to leave these two links so you can see if you want. Now with this explained, I'm going to say this is for now. I hope you get a little touch of what is Git and GitHub. I'm going to be uploading maybe more things about it in the future, so I hope everyone come back again. See you later.